We all know that Texans like to call their state God's country. And if God did indeed live in Texas, he would probably live right here, in Hill Country. This region of central Texas, known for its tall, rugged hills, which are made up of limestone and granite and topped by a thin layer of soil, stretches all the way from the northern suburbs of San Antonio to just west of downtown Austin. And if God did design an area exclusively for motorcyclists, it would probably be Hill Country, where thin ribbons of asphalt wind their way through sweeping turns and mountain-like vistas, or dramatic straightaways through rocky flatlands. In Hill Country, the scenery is ever-changing, and it's reminiscent of what the American West must have looked like more than 200 years ago. And another thing that makes Texas Hill Country a great place to ride is the vast assortment of wonderful places to stop along the way. Where else but in Hill Country can you pick your barbecue right off the grill, pay for it by the pound, and eat it off the butcher paper it was wrapped in, with a roll of paper towels nearby for the cleanup.
I have been eating a little bit, and I've been loving it. I've been just contemplating how great this place is, Cooper's Barbecue in Plano, Texas, of all places. Joe was commenting about how good the ribs and brisket were. We've had a great meal here.
It's hard to find bad brisket in this part of Texas, and this is as good as you can ever find.
Bob, look at this blackberry cobbler that I'm about to devour. It's as good to the stomach as it is to the eye. Thank you.
Or how about a full-size replica of Stonehenge, complete with some Easter Island figures thrown in for good measure? Yep, you'll find that too in Hill Country.
This is a replica of Stonehenge that has been famous in the Texas Hill Country for some time. And it has recently been moved from a ranch just up the road where we're going to go, here into Ingram.
Oh, okay. So they just picked it up and dropped it here one night, huh?
That's what it looks like.
Like
Certainly
the
does.
original. Yeah.
And then there's Harry's, a real Hill Country hole in the wall, where they serve up cold long necks from an ice chest and encourage you to write your name on the wall, or just about any other place you choose.
Joe, you got great penmanship for a doctor.
That means I didn't make good grades.
But don't bring your pets to Harry's. They can't come in. But perhaps one of the most famous places in all of Hill Country is a little bitty place with a really big name. A place so small that you really have to be looking for it to find it. But ask any country music fan and they can tell you all about it.
Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. A successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and the Boys.
Lukenbach, Texas was established about 1850 or so, depends on who you ask. There never really was very much here. A couple of barns and a general store/post office. The biggest this place ever got was about 400 people, but the population was down to just 3 when Texas folklorist Hondo Crouch and some of his friends bought the town for $30,000 back in 1970. And in 1973, after Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings recorded their famous song, Lukenbach, Texas finally earned a real place on the map, so to speak. Today, it's popular with tourists, motorcyclists, and country music fans. The post office officially closed in the early 70s, and the zip code for Lukenbach was retired. But Lukenbach has become a very popular place to just hang out. You can get a Cole Shinerbach long neck in the bar, shop in the gift shop, and listen to your favorite country song out back.
I'm gonna learn to dance in Baton Rouge.
Ain't life just like a country sack? I'm a Texas boy and I'm a going back soon as I get my fill in Baton Rouge.
Entertainers like Jimmy Lee Jones are regulars in Lukenbach, and on the weekends, the crowds swell into the hundreds, sometimes thousands. There's no hard liquor here, and no police force either, but there is rarely a problem. As the song says, out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. In Texas Hill Country, I'm Bob Courtney.